Here in London at the Olympic Games. Got Jim Humphrey on my left and Joe McFarland on my right. You guys are working with the Olympic Broadcasting group. I'll start with Coach Humphrey. Yeah, Jim, you've been a coach here at the Olympics with our team back in '88 and involved in the Olympics a long time. Talk about your involvement this time working with the crew on the broadcast side.
Well, Joe and I and Russ Hellickson are spotters for the Olympic Broadcasting Service, so we're on the mat, on the headphones all the time, talking to the guys in the booth, in the camera, telling them what shots to get, you know, what's going on in the match. And then I've had the cameraman come up to me and say, Coach, that's great. We're really starting to understand what's going on in wrestling a little bit, so they're getting the right shots and the slow-mo and things like that. So we're just trying to be technical support for the crew, the production crew, and the camera crew. And so they're just fantastic guys. They're doing a great job. When we're looking at the replays, it's just awesome. So they've got it, and hopefully when the feeds get out to the U.S. and the rest of the countries around the world.
Now you've done broadcasting as an announcer. How important is it to have a good shot to talk about?
Well, I think it's really important because then the public can see what's happening. If there's a controversial call on the challenges or something like that, then the announcers are going to be able to point out the points that are important, that determine what the final decision is going to be. So I think it's very important to get those right shots, and then they show them to them in slow motion. Sometimes wrestling things happen so fast, it's almost impossible for all the referees. They have different angles. They might not see it, but if you can slow it down and show them the right pieces, they'll get the decision right, and that's all that anyone should care about, is that we get it right.
Joe, obviously you're mostly a coach in wrestling. I mean, this has got to be a new role.
Yeah, it's sort of
You find yourself like going...
Hey, but I'm working with these experts. I'm working with Hump and Russ Hellickson, and it's been a great experience for me, actually.
You get to see some up-close wrestling.
Yeah,
at
we're
the highest
right
level.
off the mat, and to be able to help, the camera work and stuff to make sure that, like Jim said, that everything's done the right way and that we're getting a quality production, I think is it's a neat thing for me.
Now, you've had involvement with freestyle for many years, worked with athletes in both styles as a coach. What's your assessment of the quality of the wrestling at this Olympics? We had the Greco wrestling. We can start with the women today.
Yeah, today's the first day of women, so we're excited about seeing how the USA team will do here. I thought Greco, it was a neat experience to see 3 days of quality wrestling. Obviously we want to see our American girls do well today, and then see our freestyle guys do well on the last 3 days, so we're excited about it. But when you're on a mat, I'm on mat C, Jim's on mat B, and Russ is on mat A. You've got to really focus on your mat. So of course we've got Jake is with the Cliff King Wrestling Club, and Sean will be training him, and Donnie's out here helping get him ready.
Right, so you got a bunch of guys
focused. I'm going to have to be focused on my mat while he's wrestling. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll have to pull it off somehow.
No, is that hard, Jim? I mean, is it someone who's been involved with the U.S. program to, know that there's a match going on over there, but you got to watch over here?
Yeah, it's so difficult. But like Joe said, you have to be so focused you don't want to miss what's going on your mat, because they're depending on us to make the calls and show them where to get the shots. And but yeah, I was trying to watch Lester's match yesterday, and I'm looking around the screen and all that. You miss all the good stuff because when it happens fast, and if you're not watching the whole time. But still, it's great. We're mat side. To be mat side at the Olympics is just fantastic. So we're right there in the middle of it. You can feel it and see it, and it's just awesome. It's a great experience.
Joe, your thoughts of London so far? I mean, you had a chance to get out in the city.
A little bit last night. We went up. My wife and my older brother got in town yesterday. So in the evening, we went up to by the Olympic Park. It was very crowded, I'll tell you that. We took the tube up there, and it was, we walked a little bit up at the mall up there and stuff, and so it was neat. But we've been pretty much working since we got here, so there's been some long days. And again, just to be part of this whole experience has been pretty neat. You get done with one match, you got to focus on your athletes that are coming up on your next bout. So you got to get them in the tunnel, because the camera people want to have footage of the athletes in the tunnel walking out. So it's nonstop basically from the start of the session till it ends.
Well, guys, if you're watching television at home and you think you see someone that looks like Jim Humphrey or Joe McFarland, you're seeing the real deal out there. So, you guys are showing up on the video quite a bit, I'm sure, because they're shooting the match sides, right? So,
yeah, Hump's getting all the medal matches, though. This guy's getting on that team, and all the medal matches.
Has anyone at home said, hey, I've seen you on TV?
Oh, yeah, my neighbor, I got an email from my neighbor. And of course, my wife did before she came over.
Yeah, that's
so,
funny.
I got a couple emails from neighbors and friends that said, "Hey, I was watching you on TV today." So,
yeah. How about you, Jim? You get people seeing you at home?
I haven't talked to anybody at home. My wife is here, and she's been gone as long as we're working. She's out there shopping and sightseeing 24/7. So I'm getting pictures from her every night. So that's my only experience with London so far. That and the gym.
Well, hey guys, thanks for spending some time. We'll talk to you at the end.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Awesome.